guests here from Maymay's friends. Some of her maidens are in the chat. I hear there's even a Vinny asking for some Vinnies. What a night we're going to have. What a night. What a way to start the new year. And we are so glad that you are here with us. If you are returning from seeing Biddy Penny on So last year, we welcome you back as well. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. You are the chatterbox if you're reading the little blurbs going up in the chat. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for being here early, giving Vinnies. We appreciate you a ton. Mr. Producer's over there working his magic with all the things that he does technically, and Maymay is sitting in her throne waiting to come on. So we're going to bring her on in just a second. What is Craft Roulette, you may ask? Well, I've got it in a nutshell. It is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night, leaving a seat right here for you. And we really, really like it when you join us. If you're watching a replay, please leave us a comment so we can say hi. We would appreciate that too. If you don't mind, you know what to do. Vinny away, have some fun. How do you Vinny? I would like to know how you guys Vinny. Do you like soft Vinny or smash that Vinny? How do you Vinny? If you were watching those beautiful cards from earlier, those were from last week's episode 195. We had I had the wrong number. Oh, yes, 195. I thought that was how many contributions. Oh, my, I'm so easily confused. We had 324. Sometimes I saw 25. I don't know what was happening. 25 contributions. We've had 7 videos, and there's a bonus contribution already as well. I don't do a lot of math, but I did do a little math. I mean, it's a new year. I'm new me. Math queen. And 20% of those cards were put in late. Can you do that? Is that legal? Yes, it is. If you are a patron, you have until Thursday night at midnight to send in your cards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we will talk about it later in the show. But I thought that was a lot, 20%. You guys have been busy, but you still sent in some great cards. We are going to celebrate some of our achievers later in the show as well, so stick around. And if you are one of those 325 cards, you are going to be eligible for some giveaways. So make sure you stay till the end of the show to see if you win something. What's going on? We've got the Vinny thing going on. He's in there with Maymay. Maybe he'll make a little cameo appearance. That'd be fun. And if you would share, that would be great. And subscribe to craftroulette.live. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single week. We have some new spin sponsors this week. Month. I always get my time frames weird. Maymay made it as a spin sponsor this month. She will be giving away gift certificates every week in January. As well this calls for confetti. They've got some new things over in their store, and I'm looking forward to looking over at their product line and see what I think is just irresistible. Also, I will be giving away a mega goodie bag. That sucker, I've got one over there right now. It is pounds and pounds of stuff. So, I know. Oh, so we're going to give that along with our Krog and our other goodie bag. What is Kerwin doing? Our kitty is right there. He just woke up. Guess who's just wanting to be playful? Well, good for us. We do not have any corporate sponsors. We're not opposed to that, but we don't have any right now. But we have patrons, and we always are so appreciative of our patrons. You will hear multiple times during the evening about what they get to do and how much we appreciate them. One thing last week, this is what we did just last week. Just see if can I do it with my announcer voice? Just last week on the Patreon blog, we had 2 Zoom calls. Oh, I gotta do this. They always do this, the announcers. Bonus shows with mystery guest Vicky Ruda and 2 how-to videos. That's kind of the stuff that goes on over in the Patreon blog. We have some new patrons as well. We have Jonna Bell, Carol Bennett, Andrea Batz-Latson, Trudy Adams, and Doxy Lady. Thank you guys for joining us over there. We really do appreciate you. It's the first of the month and year, so we want to wish a happy birthday to our card exchange members who are also patrons. A January happy birthday to our buddy Amanda Stevens, Debbie Morse, Heather Huang in Taiwan. I hope you're having a great time. Judy Radu, Kathy Day, Lisa Taylor, Megan Klaus, Teresa Parmenter, and Terry Jones. I know that it's their birthday because we have a card exchange for patrons only. That's for safety reasons. And we have over 4,000 card commitments since we started that. That's a lot of cards you guys are sending back and forth. I know that people are showing that on the Facebook group. That is Craft Roulette Show Facebook group. And they show their cards that they're getting. You're getting lots of love in your mailboxes. And I think that's just super fun. By the way, I'm still working on Christmas cards. Don't give up. We do want to say also we have merchandise. Yes, you need a little tag that says, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got one for you right here. There's the little Craft Roulette togs that you can pick up for I hope not too much. And that helps support the show. We also have our little stamp set and die set. Keep your wheels spinning this year with us. I just made that one up. That's pretty good. Stupid, but it's pretty good. So let's start. Let's just dive right into this, shall we? Welcome. She's laughing. I can't help it. Welcome from Alabama, Maymay Helms. Yahoo!
First, you got me with the dragnet theme because I called it. And then she did that. Hello, everyone.
Oh, welcome back to Craft Roulette. It's so nice to have you.
It's nice to be here.
What you been doing this year?
Well, we're only 5 days in. 5 days in. So I've been good.
Good.
5 days. It's a good year. No,
That's impressive.
We've been dusting off 2023 because, wow, it was a big year, wasn't it?
It's a big year.
For us, I'm sure it was for you too.
It was. Yeah, I was looking at some of the numbers, that's the standard that you judge things. And there were some big numbers that came through. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good year. They made it, showed out and showed up this year for us. So
they're a good group. They are. For those who have never met you, could we get a little synopsis of what you do and your crafting journey?
Well, I'm a paper crafter and I love YouTube and I love my community more than anything. And I know I tell them they have to be here because I get so nervous. Like I get so nervous when I do this. But I like paper. I say I like gluing things together because I do. I like glue and paper and all kinds of stuff. We do everything from folios, greeting cards, all kinds of stuff. This always happens when I go live. We've been talking for 45 minutes, haven't we?
I know. Yeah, never, not one cough.
I think it's a nervous tick. I think, but we have a website at maymaymadeit.com.
You have Maymay events too.
We have Maymay events. We do things in person. We do them online.
You have a store.
We have a retail store. You can come visit us. You can pin our map. And the biggest thing is we like to teach. That's our goal. We like to teach. So we want you to leave watching one of our videos and feel like you can create whatever I just did and feel confident about it. That's what my heart is teaching. That's what I like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you got it. You get it done. And it's like, you're like the nice teacher. You're not like the scary teacher that has the ruler in her hand and you think she's going to come out and wrap your fingers. You're the nice teacher.
I'm never going to make somebody cry. I'm never going to make somebody cry. I say that. Because there's no crying in crafting. I don't know if you know that. There's no crying in crafting.
I believe it.
But we have cried in groups. And it was funny because one year we had a big joke about that. We even had t-shirts made that said no crying in crafting. We loved it. But then one year we had a event and several of us cried for emotional reasons, not crafty reasons. And I'm like, okay, maybe there is crying in crafting. But not whenever we're creating. There's no crying in creating. We'll do that.
There's crying in community.
In community, there are happy tears and sad tears, and that does happen, but not when we create.
And crying in craft communities.
And I feel like I probably should tell people who have never seen me before. I'm from Alabama, so this is natural. Your microphones aren't messed up. The volume's not weird. I do have a strange accent. That's all there is to it.
It's just Alabama. It's 100%.
That's it.
Now, in Alabama, is there like northern Alabama accents? And then does it get more and more drawn out the farther south you go?
there are different accents in Alabama, but I don't think it has as much to do with the location as it just kind of does what we call your raising. It just has to do with more where you're from, not geographically in the state. I don't think. I think it's more just,
City,
where you're from.
country?
Yeah, like, okay, so in my county where I live, there's multiple accents in my county, depending on where you live in the county. In especially in like Birmingham, Montgomery, there's so many different accents. But anyway, I don't now, if you ask me in Tennessee, their accents very much that way because I love a good Tennessee accent. And they're geographical, they change, but I don't feel like Alabama does. Now, when you get to the coast of Alabama, you almost get that Florida accent. And for my Florida fans, y'all know y'all don't have an accent. You just don't have one. And it's just different. When you talk to somebody from Florida, you're just like, I don't know how you say those words so clearly and concisely. Like, I don't understand because we don't talk like that. You'll hear as the night goes on.
So do I sound very northern?
You sound northern, yes.
I'll be darned. Because I don't have an accent.
You may not have an accent, but for me, because of mine, you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may not have one. I mean, I don't think I have one. So no, I'm kidding.
There was a town that we used to live near, and they pronounced it. The natives would pronounce it Lysine. It means the swan in French, but I would say it Lysine, and they'd say, "You're not from here," and I say, "You are right," because they would always go Lysine. Lysine.
We're that way too. We can tell when somebody's from here when they're not based on how they say things.
Yeah, that was like 45 minutes away, and it was country city kind of thing. Yeah,
that's us. That's literally that's how we are. Very much so. Yep.
Well, we want to get to crafting, so we'll learn more. Do we?
Yeah, we do. We're just nervous about it because that wheel is sometimes. Well, it has been okay to me, but sometimes it's not okay, and I'm nervous about it.
We're going to be able to do anything it throws at us.
Yeah,
we've had a talk. Yeah, we can. All parameters are doable. They're sometimes a little harder. It's always that fourth one. It's like, whoa, what do you do with that fourth one? I don't know. It doesn't mean that it's the fourth 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be the second one or the third one or the first one. That's
always
math.
one of them.
Yeah. But you had a question for me.
What is craft roulette?
Oh, she said it so well. Can you do it with a Kansan accent? Kansan?
I wouldn't even know where to begin with a Kansan accent.
Well, we shall find out what craft roulette is, shall we? Thank you, Chatterbox. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Maymay, it's a pleasure. We'll be right back.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
There's those woes. We all had woe is me, woe is me, woe is you. Well done. That is what we do every Friday night, almost every Friday night. And we really, really do like it when you join us. It means a lot to us. So last week, I was going to bring my teddy bear down. I forgot because we had the cutest little parameters. Didn't know exactly what we were going to do immediately, but we always figure it out. So we did have 325 contributions. That means we're up to 26,849. I did some more math. It's 2024 Merry Math, and we are on, we're tracking for 30,000 by our anniversary in March. Whoa. I mean, that's a lot of cards. Time to do more math and figure out how many miles that is.
Just
but it's
remember,
a lot.
though, Craft Roulette is where math is more art than science.
Absolutely. Welcome to our friends all over. My goodness, you are really up there in the north. I don't remember who that was. There's a pin way up north. Say hi to Santa. He's probably tired. Do you make him a card say good work, Mr. Santa? I hope so. There's our patron report about last week's parameters. So did they like everything? Did they feel like they were creative? A little bit, pretty good on the creative, and they liked the project. I love those encouragement cards. I thought they were wonderful. Didn't think it was hard. You really liked the color parameters. They were very pretty. It's a very pretty gallery. The element of stuffed was, you guys did great. And I think the tickets you did really well on too, even though we just kind of got a neutral read on that. You did very well on it. So you can see all of those cards on craftroulette.live, episode 195, and you can enjoy all of those cards at your leisure. There's my card. He was just sitting, Mr. Bear was just sitting in his lazy boy, encouraging his friends while he sat there on those tickets. Whoa, you're amazing. You're the best. Heart, 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 heart. He was very calm, and he was stuffed. If you pull out the card, he's got quite a little tummy, and you know he's stuffed. So it was actually a self-portrait. We did have our friend, our guest, Biddy Penny, on from Hutto, Texas, and she made 2 cards. She makes them so quickly, and she is always a pleasant, lovely person. Look at that one. Look at the one pocket. She did just some swiping with ink to make it have that denim look. She's a blast. We love her. Thank you, Biddy Penny, for coming on again. So now we're going to invite Miss Maymay on for our parade of achievements for this week. This is where we're going to welcome some new first-timers and some major milestone achievers. We've got some people to say who's off for. And let's see, our leading ladies, and we have a new to Club 52. So this is on a timer, so we can't go forever. But after I say their name, you got it. Okay, there we go. Welcome, first timers. There's quite a few of you, like 14. Where'd you come from? We're so glad to meet you. Darcel, California, with a very pretty card. Andrea from Maryland. Little bear. Cindy Jordan from Washington. I really appreciated our group because she was saying this was such a nice group. They had said so many nice things about her card. Chris from Washington. She is making a journal.
I love the calm colors.
Mm-hmm. Sue from Missouri sent in this pretty card. Springy. Tina from Missouri. Pretty little, cute little stuff. It was really stuffed. Loida? I should have practiced these. From Georgia. Cute little pop-up. Haley from Billings. Those are pretty colors. Beth from Washington. Oops, we didn't get that one turned. That looks like a cool collage.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda from New Jersey. Yeah, we had a couple machines with the stuffed animals, and it was so cute. Rebecca from Norway. Oh, I bet you were the one clear up north. Very nice. Lori from Florida. That's sweet.
Adorable.
Mm-hmm. Kim from Tennessee. There's one of those pockets you like.
That's one of my pockets, I think.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi from Ontario. You can do it. I liked
That's
all
adorable.
the different encouragements too. It's very, very good. You will feel better after you go to that gallery. You'll feel encouraged. It's like, yes, I can do it. Oh, for our major milestone achievers, we have 25 cards sent in from Donna. And Rachel from the Shetland Islands in Scotland has sent in 25 as well. Susan has sent in 25. Admit to flower show. Laura Hodges has sent in 25, and she's whooping it up. Very nice. Cindy Dark's Magica from Ottawa has sent in 25. And Lori has sent in 50. Well done, Lori. I love popcorn. Sire has sent in 75. That's good. That's a good looking card. Our leaders this week. We'll start with Australia with Jackie Jackpot Muller. If you didn't see the show on Tuesday night, I showed a whole bunch of food she sent from Australia. Very interesting. Smurf from California. Nicely done, Smurf. Smurf has also done one of our patron shows. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin has sent in 160 cards. So cute.
That's amazing.
5K, now 6K Lamone has sent in 162, and you can almost always count on them being colorful. Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 173. There, she's got quite a touch. And Patty Beck, our leading lady, sent in her first shaker card, and it's 190 in a row. She hasn't missed a week since episode 5. Welcome to Club 52, Terry Bonnet. Well done! Yahoo! Club 52, where there are no perks, no special parking, no lounges, no nothing. I did write something down that you do get. Oh no, you don't get anything.
Man,
Just
Club
brag.
52 sounds great.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. You do get bragging rights and a lot of appreciation and some kudos. It just means you sent in a year's worth of cards, which is actually something remarkable.
It's amazing. It's kind of like the gold stars I give out. They're useless, but I just give them away willy-nilly. So
I'm just going to give you 1,000 gold stars just for that.
woo, that's a lot. You're
Well, I'm very
generous
generous.
with your gold stars.
I am.
I mean, I
Kind
don't
of like
want to
my.
take them away from people. That's how I am too. So.
That's how you combat inflation.
That's it.
The gold stars cometh and the gold stars can be taken away. That's exactly right. Well, that closes out last week. So now we got to start. We got to face this wheel.
We're going to kick off this week in the new year, and we're going to do it right. I think
We
we
are
are.
going to do it right.
Mhm.
No angry chickens tonight.
Maybe
No.
not. We'll see what these parameters bring.
There you go. Those are the parameters that we will be getting chosen from. We will be getting one out of Project Colors, Element, and Random, but we're going to talk a little bit first. One thing that we do with our patrons is we give them a survey or an option to veto one of those parameters in each column. So let's see what the survey says for Project. What did they veto? Survey says spanner card. No spanner card. That doesn't mean that you can't make a spanner card. It just means that the wheel can't make us do a spanner card. If that doesn't make sense, it will probably get a little clearer as we go along.
Yeah, I got you.
For color parameters, what do the patrons say no to? Was it vintage, happy colors, butterflies, or guest choice? Oh, they were looking out for you. They said vintage.
They were looking out for me.
They were. That's nice. That's nice, you guys. For element, what did they veto? January, centerpiece, guest choice, or family. These are generated by a computer. I don't make them like this. Centerpiece. They don't care for a centerpiece. Now it would be an interesting thing to talk about. I think it would still be great when we get it, but not for tonight. And for random, what did they say ixnay to? Oval, mixed media, geometric shapes, or guest choice? Mixed media. Are you feeling good?
They love me.
They let you have your guest choice. I think that's funny that guest choice came up so much.
That is funny.
Yeah, I think that there was an opportunity for a coup, and
It was, and they were
Yeah.
trying to hedge their bets, but they didn't get it.
They
But I
didn't.
won on this. I won on the poll because we don't
Okay.
have vintage colors and we don't have mixed media, and I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are not I wouldn't
They're not my
ever
thing.
connect you with any of those. But we do offer the opportunity for you to veto something. What would you like to veto if you want to?
I would like to veto. I can't do one from every column, right?
No. Not ever. Not any year.
I think I want to veto. Oh my goodness. These are good. They're not as scary as last time. I think I was just scared last time.
I think so too.
Because none of this has really scared me, but let's do. Oh, I don't want to veto that. That's fun. Something from your floor. I hope that happens. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that yet, am I? Okay, let's see. I'm going to veto a basket. I don't want to do a basket.
There you go. That's exactly what that's for, your veto
Which
power.
column is that in?
That's in project. It's number 11.
Oh,
There it
I'm
is.
supposed to say,
It's off the
You're
board.
good.
Now,
Bingo.
where would you like to put your chips? And what is your strategy for putting your chips?
my strategy is to pick the same thing in every column.
This is about to become the Maymay rule.
It's a real strategy, okay? For a project, I would really love it if I could get guest choice. I think that would be good. Because it's a project, and then I can choose what I want to do. For color, since I don't see my 3 colors listed anywhere, I don't see black, red, and white as an option. I think on colors, I'd like to do guest choice. I think that would
I
be
see a
smart.
trend.
Yeah.
Trending now.
For element, since I don't see buffalo check, which I guess would also be a color, wouldn't it? Because it is my favorite color. I would want guest choice. Look, you picked it ahead of time. You already marked it. Okay. And for random,
Let me think. Wait, the Great Kreskin.
no, I'm gonna throw you for a loop. For
What?
random, I want something from my floor. That would be fun because there is a lot of options on my floor right now.
Sometimes I've been showing people what I've had on my floor. And the other day my husband said, "Let me vacuum in there." I said, "No.
I don't know. That's
Don't
good stuff.
vacuum."
I was crafting today and actually dropped some ephemera, so this could work well.
Yes. Yes. I think we've got it made. Well, so if we get guest choice, you'll be happy. If we get guest choice, you'll be happy. If we get guest choice, you'll be happy. And then something from your floor would be your choice also. So
Yeah. But Mary, would you be happy if I got guest choice in all 3 of those? Because then you got to do what I like to do. You wouldn't love that.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. I think it'd be
So
fun.
do you have any red, black, and white and buffalo check on hand anywhere?
I think I do.
Sure you do.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you get guest choice, it has to be in those columns.
Of that, I know, but I would get as close as I could. You know I would know how to work it out.
I
Look,
do.
if I pick 1990s, of course those things existed in the 90s, right?
Mhm. That's right. That's right. You could do that.
Technically correct.
And if you got ears or ears, you could have a hat on an elephant with buffalo
exact-
check.
Anything we want.
Anything we want. The sky's the limit. Are we ready, Chatterbox? I hope we get something good. Let's give this guy a warm-up. And may you get your choice.
Wow, you spun that so fast.
I'm just a strong, weedy girl.
You
So, project. Where's it gonna land? 19. Celebrate.
Okay.
We'll talk about each and every one of these in just a moment. I see some spins in there. For colors, well, we get buffalo check. Or something that could be buffalo check. Number 6. Apple Farm. Apple Farm. There's red in apples.
Yeah.
Yeah. Element. Watch her little brain go to town. She is already cooking up something. Number 15. Oh, centerpiece. We will spin again. Power of the patron. Ranks high. Preserves. Preserves.
Oh.
We're going to talk about it. And for random, I've had preserves on there for quite a while, and I've kind of forgotten. Another patron veto? I'll be darn. You guys were powerful this week. 18. Add a dog. We had
Add a
a
dog.
cat.
Add a dog.
Now we have
We
add a
do that a
dog.
lot. We add a dog a lot.
We love dogs.
We
love our
We have
dogs.
4 dogs. We're very dog people, so adding a dog's not a problem.
No. It's wonderful. Dogs are great. We love them. Okay, let's talk about each and every one of these. But first, let me give my speech. My speech is, this is your art project. We're not going to tell you what to do, and we're not going to teach anything. Or this isn't that show. But you are welcome to play along with us using those 4 parameters. Maybe you don't have an idea right now, but hopefully you will before Sunday night. We always like to say art projects can be very literal. Art projects can be highly interpreted, and they can be everywhere in between. Your project the way you incorporate the parameters doesn't have to be the main focal point. You can sneak it in real cleverly. We love that. But you can also make a very strong normal card. We love them all. We love all of your cards. We'd just love to have you participate. We will tell you more about how to play later. But first, let's talk. Did I remember everything? I think I did. Weird. It's a new year first. Let's talk about these parameters. So the first one is celebrate. That doesn't mean, it doesn't say card, but most people do make cards. But I like to point that out. So if you want to do a painting, if you want to do a journal entry, if you want to do a jigsaw puzzle, by golly, you could do it if it's celebrating and it had those parameters met. You could celebrate an anniversary, a birthday, an achievement. What do you like to? What kind of cards do you send that have celebration?
I think celebrate. I think of a party,
Mm-hmm.
or a birthday, or I think of New Year's. Celebrate.
Yeah.
Probably an achievement. That's where I go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that will be pretty easy. We'll be able to do, I'm thinking you could even have stars or fireworks or candles, whatever you want to go. But if you need a card and you think about somebody that has a birthday coming up or something.
Celebrate's a good one because you can use it anytime. As long as you prep for that. Yeah, that's an easy one. There's a lot you could do with that.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have to be a card.
No. It doesn't have to be a card. So if there's like a small gift, there's a lot of paper gifts that people make. You could have, or a folio. I know there was somebody recently in the gallery that had made a folio, and they said it was something that you had made.
How long do we have tonight?
Till next year. So I should have said that last week. But yeah, so there's a lot of things we'll be able to do. And once we start talking about the other things, then that one will probably kind of bubble up. Apple Farm, I think you can get your buffalo check in there.
I think it can too. But I also think I can see minty green and an apple. Wouldn't that be pretty? Like an apple color, like red. That'd be pretty. I don't know how yet.
Red, but they're in an apple farm. You also had the blue sky. You may have some birds in the tree. You may have some bugs. You have grass. You have dirt. You have people in the apple farm. So there could be any number of things. And then you can get that really tractor kind of, all those kind of colors. And a lot of times people do mix the color parameter, like apple farm, with the element parameter, preserves. Well, apple preserve sounds pretty easy. And so something along those lines might be really fun. You could also have bring in your buffalo check as a tablecloth with some mason jars and different things for preserves. So, but there's also other ways you can have preserves. You can preserve a memory. So if somebody wants to have a card with a photo, they could do that.
You're really taking me back to the folio situation, aren't you?
Ah, fun. And remember, with preserves, it doesn't mean that you have to have the jar. You could have something associated with preserves. You could have jars, or a kitchen scene. I think of that, or even old-fashioned restaurants. Cracker Barrel. Yeah, your granny. Maybe your granny put up preserves, so maybe you could have something that the lace like your granny used to wear, or something. It doesn't have to be literally preserves. It can be associated with preserves.
Like
so, what are you guys thinking?
It could be the color of raspberry preserves that you add, or blueberry preserves,
as long as you can get that apple farm color in there. Yeah,
or pink preserves.
Or like you said, the tractor. You could bring in a tractor from the orchard that they get the stuff for the preserves kind of things. Yeah, or a garden, or the rabbits in a garden. But we got to add a dog.
Gotta have a dog. Add a dog.
So that's actually kind of a stretch, but we're going to get through it. Now, we had to add a cat a couple weeks ago. And there were cats of every kind of way you could imagine a cat being in a card. We had big cats, little cats, hardly cats, paw cats, tails of cats, all sorts of things. So you can have a dog in a word. You can always have dogmatic preserves. You can make a label. The Dogmatic Preserve Company.
Dogmatic's our favorite word.
Oops, hang on, we lost your... Did we lose her? Can anybody hear her, or is it our ears?
Oh, she's coming back.
Oh, she's coming back. Good.
Did you lose me?
Just for a second.
We lost your audio, but you're back now.
That was weird. Dogmatic is hilarious. That's a word Vince and I toss around each other all the time. But that's funny. Okay, so add a dog.
Add a dog. So maybe the dog is sitting by under an apple tree with a jar of preserves. I mean, you could do that. Hot dog and preserves. Joy in the journey. Wow, that's a cool idea. A wildlife preserve. That one's good. S.E. Smell.
Is the chat recommending a project? Did they recommend a project?
They are on fire. There's forest preserves, farmer's dog, wildlife preserves, hot dogs and preserves. Add some paw prints. I did that with the cat, didn't I? I had the paw prints to nowhere. Somebody, Connie Teeter is saying, Maymay, great place for your wagon stamp.
Chad, if you guys want to reiterate your project recommendations, we'll read them off.
Yeah, because I didn't get at the top.
I mean, I'm happy to do a card, but I've done a card a lot. I mean, I did a card last time and then the time after.
Right. The fruit that gets preserved. I always do cards, though, because it's just...
It is easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's nice.
It's a good base. It's a good canvas to work on.
Kathy Brown says a doggone delicious preserves. You could make a label. Dog bone, dog collar. It doesn't have to be the dog itself. It can be something associated with the dog.
We're getting a few like bookmark, folio, tag.
You're doggone amazing.
Because I feel like projects a folio could be celebrating. That would be hard to mix together.
It's going to be a little tricky, but it could be a present.
So if I look at, that'll work. We can do that.
Life preserve. And scrapbook pages, preserve moments. Laura, very nice. A dog and a life preserver. How can an angry chicken play in this game?
Maybe
shake
takes a break this time.
Yeah, it could. Hello, dog.
I think it was perfect last time.
A dog taking a photo with a camera to preserve a memory. My goodness, little Lane crafts with Rachel. That's quite an idea.
Cute, that would be very cute.
That'd be doggone cute.
Doggone cute.
Doggone cute. All right. So is your brain flat or is it spinning?
Well, I don't think it's flat, but I really want to try to challenge myself. I could fail. I don't care if I fail, but I could fail. But I want to try to challenge myself. So we'll see what happens. I got to do a little digging.
All right. All right. I think we'll be surprised at what we come up with.
Yeah, let's see.
This isn't a real natural combination.
No, it isn't, but it's in how you look at it. It's in how you look at it.
Mhm.
And there's no craft roulette police, so we're fine.
Well, there actually is.
Oh,
Hello.
now that
How
you
can I
mention
help
it.
you?
Yeah,
What
but I
is
mean,
your
but I mean,
emergency?
we're creative people, so there's a lot of leeway in things. Not leeway.
yeah.
There's a
Oh.
we'll say artistic license. We'll go artistic license. We can do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we'll be fine. I've got somebody said Polaroid. I've got a vision of a Polaroid with a dog, and I think I'm going to go with something like that. And there'll be a card. It'll be fine. So
Oh, no, I got that.
we're not breaking until you're happy. Are you happy?
No, I'm good. I just
Okay.
need to go put my fingers on some things.
Yeah, I think something will come up. I do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, get those stretchy pants engaged because we're off to the races with Celebrate Apple Farm Preserves and Add a Dog. We'll be right back after these moments. Thank you, guys. There we go. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Whodunit Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. well, I didn't run away. I'm here and I've got a plan. So I am going to make a card. Like I said, that's just kind of my go-to on Friday nights. And I did see somebody, and I'm sorry, I don't know who you were, that mentioned a Polaroid. And I love your ideas. So I'm going to make my own Polaroid. But I'm not going to do a cutout. I'm just going to make a matte. I've got a cute puppy. I've got my apple tree. I do have apples. So I can actually go very literal on my color choice. So I've got some little apples I can add to it. He's got a little neckerchief on, so I can make it green. And I think I'm going to be okay. I think it's going to be cute and clean. I think that's the idea. I'm going to use the celebrate in the sentiment. And I think it's going to say, whoa, you're amazing, or congrats. You're amazing, or congrats. But I've got a stamp that says, whoa. So why not? I think that's very celebratory. Whoa, you did it. Yeah, that's the plan, man. So here we go. I am going to get some, what are we doing for colors? Let's go with, I guess we'll do, there's going to be some green leaves, some green tree. Let's see, what else do we have? I've got some darker green.
We're getting word from Alabama. We're going to bring her back.
Bring her in. Oh, she's got some really cute colors there.
Isn't this precious?
It is.
This
Does
just
it have
feels
a dog?
like it will. It will. Doesn't this feel like the parameters?
It does.
I
Down
thought
on
it
the
did
farm.
too. I think it's
It
cute.
does.
So I'm just gonna try this. I'm just gonna see how this goes.
That's all
Friday
you can
night.
do.
Let's just play, right? Why not?
That's a great idea. Let's do it.
Let's play. Do you want me to what do you want me to say? What I'm doing or
Do you
or
have
what?
a thought? If you have
do
a
have a
thought, you
thought.
can tell us what you're thinking. Okay.
I love what you said about preserving memories because that's kind of the kick I'm on right now. Like I'm really into preserving memories. And we make
Okay.
these little like memory books kind of thing. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do.
Good.
Just like
Sounds
a little
great.
tiny, just a little fun handheld memory book kind of thing.
Sounds great. I love those.
Yeah, I like that. I probably will do preserves in another way too, but I like the
Mhm.
idea of preserving memories. I think that's cute.
I do too. I like it. Anytime you can do that, you got to win.
Mm-hmm.
So
measuring
being in, okay. Oh, I won't talk when you're measuring.
No, you can talk. I'm good at that. I'm just making sure I'm doing it right.
Okay. I do have an itty bitty jar that would look like a little jar of preserves he could have next to him.
I have a stamp set that is probably perfect for that, and so I may end up digging into that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. I just want to cut and glue pretty paper.
That is
I was telling you that
that's
earlier that
highly
this year,
a good idea. That's a good idea.
this year I've been kind of like, I can't believe I get to do this for a living, and it's just the cutting and the gluing of gorgeous paper that kind of gets me going.
It is a treat. It is. Paper's so pretty.
All right, now what we have to do is everybody out there has to hold their mouth right. Because I'm going to try to use the score blade on this as well as the blade on this. So
Okay,
if
we're-
I don't cut
I
this
got it.
project in half,
Okay. Okay.
it'll be a miracle.
I got my tongue on the right side.
Thank you. Because if I don't cut it in half, it'll be a miracle before this is over with. And I know Tamitha's watching because the other day I was filming a video. And I'm just running right through filming that video. And I just cut my project right in half instead of using the right blade. And so I had to start over at a point, and I know she's laughing right now because she remembers that moment.
Who needs
Look,
one
almost did
project?
it.
Let's make two.
I almost grabbed it. everybody was telling me, Maymay, you just need to mark the trimmer blade different. Well, they are marked. That one's gray and that one's white, but that doesn't help me one bit.
You've always used slider trimmers, haven't you?
No.
Often?
Well, I've always
No?
used slider trimmers, but I normally use my scoreboard separate. But my favorite
Oh,
trimmer I can't get anymore, so I've been trying to get used to this one. And this is Shannon. This is one of Shannon's favorites, and I'm getting used to it. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Close this.
Because you used Cricut? No.
Cricut.
Yeah?
Cricut trimmer was my favorite trimmer, but
Yeah.
we can't get them right now. I don't really know. It could just be it could be a pause. It could be a discontinue thing. Everybody discontinues things. It happens.
Right.
So I've been playing with this guy, trying to see what I can do. What'd you come up with? I was working. You said a card?
Yep. We'll get her here in a minute. There she is. True to form.
Maymay, I can't remember if you said you wanted me to remind you or not, but I'm going to anyway. You said you wanted to help us break our contribution record.
I got to tell you, I would love it so much if my Made-Its tonight could do this. This week, you have the whole week, right?
Till Sunday night for
till
the
Sunday
general
night.
public. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the long weekend. Okay, you guys, listen. Their goal is to beat, is it 400 you want to beat submissions?
396 is the,
Basically, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I need you guys to get them to 400 submissions. And listen, don't be late because you're not a Patreon. Unless you're a Patreon, then you can be late, right?
Right. Right. Exactly.
See, I was listening.
You were.
But
Very
here's the
nice.
thing. How many can they submit? Is it one per person?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, one per
Okay.
person per week.
So you might want to. Okay, so you guys, if you're how many people are watching right now?
882.
Oh, guys, we can do 400
We
submissions.
can do that.
That's half of us.
That's true. That's right.
How many video? Okay, how many Vinnies do you have?
Oh, do we need to get Vinny on it?
Well, no, I have an idea. How many Vinnies have we got right now? Can you tell?
I don't know. He's working on it.
Oh, he's looking. Because I feel like this. I feel like if you love us enough to Vinny a video, you're probably already making your card. You know what I'm saying? You're making a long one.
523.
Oh, that would take it. That would do it right there.
We got 400, y'all beat.
We do. We have
We got
400
it
in
beat.
us.
So maybe we need to step up our goal because that's only 4 more than where you've been.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, you can tell me if you want to step it up because I think we can do a lot better than that. I would love to see more than 400, but I just think we can handle that.
It would be a great start of the year, wouldn't it?
It would. And the other thing is, if we get a bunch, then the record's attached to the Made-Its. So
That's true. You would
Oh
get
my goodness, you guys.
throw down.
Set it high. Set it high. You guys make me proud. You know what we'll do too? I know Tamitha's watching, so I'm gonna say to her, we need to send out an email because we do need to set this record.
We do. We do. That would be
If we
so
set
great.
the record for the first of the year, oh my goodness, that would be so cool. So cool.
It would. It'd set the tone, wouldn't it?
We can get 400.
Oh, gosh,
I feel like
yes.
that. I feel like, but I don't know that that's even stepping our game up enough. I feel like we need to shoot for a significant amount more than that.
Well,
I
how
just don't
many
know.
is significant, Mamie? What do you think?
I would say 500.
Whoa.
I like big numbers and I cannot lie.
You like big numbers.
So all the cards are just sent in digitally. The form is open now. So if you have a card already made, you can just go to craftroulette.live, find the submit button, and then all you have to do is fill out the form, upload the photo, and then you keep the card. So it's really painless.
Needs to be handmade, family friendly, and the best that you do. And
So I'm
we'd
going to
love
say it
see
in Maymay language, okay? Here's what you do, okay? Y'all make a card. That's all you got to do. Make a card using these parameters. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't have to make a card. You got to make a project. But I would say make a card, okay?
Mhm.
using these parameters, make sure, like she said, handmade, don't go printing things and doing all, handmade card or project. Submit it. All you have to do to submit it, it's so easy. You just take a photograph of it, okay? And then you upload it and fill out the information. I'm sure there's a little form they fill out.
Yep, it's a multi-step form. You can do it from your phone. So
I do it every week.
That's the best part. That makes it easy because I submit a photo of my project afterwards too. And what makes it easy to me is I can do it right from my phone. You snap a picture on your phone and then you upload it from your phone. You don't have to do any kind of putting it on your computer or anything like that.
See, there she is, going being all nice teacher again.
I'm sorry. It's in my nature.
I love it. I love it.
There's no way we can't do 500. There's just no way. Well, there's not going to be a way we're going to do it. Gosh, we've got to really push this. We've only got till Sunday.
Terry Jones says she always watches but doesn't submit.
Oh,
but she always watches Maymay, and so now she's going to submit. So.
Yay,
Terry, thank you for that. See, that's what we need. Let's set a made it record so we can be like, we're made it. We broke the craft roulette record. Have y'all seen have you seen that little the Instagram we did? It was so fun.
I missed
and that's what we'll have to add. That'll be cute.
Will Vinny be involved?
Yes, of course. We did a little Instagram story or a reel. And you might have seen the trend going around that's like, we're paper crafters. Of course, we're going to have every paper or whatever like that. It was so cute. And so we did one like that. So now we can say, we set the craft roulette record in January because we made it.
Yeah.
We can do it. But also talk about your 30,000 goal because that needs to happen too.
Well, our birthday is in March, the second week in March. And it will be our 4th anniversary for Craft Roulette. And we are on, if we get 300 a week between now and our birthday, we'll hit 30,000 total submissions.
That would be awesome.
Isn't that just so many cards?
And I don't think, you may not hear this enough, but I'm going to tell you, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate that you sacrifice your Friday nights. And let me say why to you, okay? Because now that I'm kind of an empty nester, and especially Vince is busy, I love being able to go, you know what, Friday night, I've got a show. I've got something to do, something to watch. And it's what we love. We don't get paper crafting content as much as I would like. I mean, there is some out there. It's very niche. So it's so cool that you guys take all this time to make this happen, and you get some of the best guests on your show.
I know. We even have Maymay on our show.
No, I'm serious. I'm like, wow. I looked at your lineup that's coming up, and I'm super impressed. Y'all are doing a good job.
Well, we're pretty excited. It's so much fun. I mean, I watched Paper Crafters for years and had no idea I'd ever get to hang out on a Friday night with so many.
Yeah, I think what you do is great.
It's just very fun. It's very, very fun.
So please subscribe so you can watch every week and submit every week.
We have been told it's addictive.
Well, you have so there's something else that they can know about. Tell them about I don't know if they saw this earlier, especially if some of my folks are new, but like you have the club, like the 25 club and the leader club. And you have to explain that because I don't really know how all that works.
The major milestones and kind of Club 52 that has no perks.
Right. The one everybody wants to be a part of.
That's the one. They are scrounging around trying to figure out how to be part of Club 52. No, we just like to celebrate some achievements because we know that people are very busy, or everybody has the same 24 hours, but it can fill up pretty fast even if you're just sitting, right? And at the end of the day you go, oh man, I should have done that. So we really appreciate that people take time to spend a little time being creative using our parameters and our way of doing this. So we just like to celebrate that they have joined us so many times and welcome them to the community also. So we do. We've got the first timers. That's the hardest one. It was. Now, honestly, isn't this much easier being on the second time than it was the first?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't nervous because I do get nervous because you never know what your creative juices are going to be doing from one moment to the next. So you do get nervous, but
Sometimes
it's all
they
in,
curdle.
But the thing is, I hope people will understand to help take their guard down. This is not about this is not about your ability or your talent. It's not about that.
Nope.
This is about fun. This is about
Yep.
just get in the flow. Like just get in there with us and do it. It doesn't no one's looking for somebody who's like a seasoned pro or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking for that.
No. No, there's a lot of YouTubers and there's a lot of blogs and things that have beautiful, beautiful cards. Not like we're saying, oh, send in crud. We don't want that. But at the same time, there's
Just
a lot
play.
of beautiful, beautiful cards. Just have some fun. You get 4 crazy parameters. You shake them up. You get to decide what to do with them. That's pretty good freedom right there. I like it.
That's it. That's it. Just play and have a good time and then submit it. And here's something else I want to say, because now I can tell you 100% and a matter of fact about my Made It community. You will not be anything but encouraged. Okay. But
Oh,
I
I
can
sure hope
also
not.
tell you about the craft community. You will just be encouraged. There's something about paper crafters and crafting where the encouragement is amazing, you know?
It is. Yeah. Stephen even noticed that Mr. Producer was like, when he first started working with it, he was just like, these people are all so nice. They're just all so nice.
It's so nice. And so I would like to encourage first timers to take the fear away. There's nothing to be afraid of. No one is going to judge your card. And you know what? If they do, you don't have to send them a card. Now that's my rule.
That's right.
Did you know that?
That's right.
Our rule around the Made It world is if you make a card for somebody and they point out all the flaws, guess what? They don't get the next one. You spend time making somebody
No.
else a card.
They're off the list.
Off the list. That's it.
That's how I operate with cooking food.
Yeah.
If people complain they don't get invited back.
Yeah.
I never complain.
So we did just get our first card, so we're on a roll already.
Yay!
Oh, wow. They're so fast.
They are. They can zip through this thing. They're some of them are seasoned pros.
Well, I cut
So
that
the
one
other
off.
funny thing about our submissions and contributions is when we started the show, it was an idea, and we did the first show that week, and 10 people were watching on Facebook, and the set had no one submitted a card because we didn't know that was a thing. The second episode, the next week, two ladies just put their own projects up in the Facebook comments as, hey, I did it too. And we were like, that's a great idea. We should make that part of the show.
That is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So the whole thing of submitting cards and stuff it
Organic.
came from our community.
That's always how it
Completely
happens.
organic. Lots of good ideas out there. Yeah, and so there's those people, the major milestones. We used to do 0 heroes, which was people that had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But then we started getting so many cards, we couldn't do that anymore. So we started making major milestone as a achievement. And so now it's like 25, 50, 75, 100. And at 100, they become a mug clubber. And when you're a mug clubber, you get an exclusive stamp set of our little roulette robot holding a mug that has 100 on it. They used to get a real mug, but it got expensive. Nobody would quit. They'd keep making these cards. And so we were like, whoa, I can't keep sending out these mugs. It's getting really expensive.
Yeah. But that stamp set's cute.
Well, when you get to 100 cards,
She's putting the pressure on me.
no pressure.
And that's 100 weeks, too.
Yeah, that's more than that's actually Club 52 more.
We
That's a lot
celebrate
more.
the tortai, I guess.
And then we have the leading ladies. And the leading ladies are the people that it could be just for that week, but they have never quit. They don't quit very often. I think we've had 2 people that have lost their place as leading ladies for really harsh reasons, sad reasons. And these ladies have just been right there for years. I don't even know when they started being on the leaderboard, but it's pretty phenomenal.
Within the first 40, it would have to be.
Yeah. People I've never met. Just remarkable. So it's fun to be able to say who's well done, you know?
I love that.
Because there's a lot. You know, when I worked at a clinic, you'd get evaluated every year. And so it was always like you could get 1 to 5. And I was always a 3, and I just hated it. I was like, I think I'd do a little better than that.
I'm so surprised about
They
I'm
wouldn't
surprised
do
about
that. So
I
it
think
was
you're-
like I just was never celebrated. And I know jobs aren't like that. But a lot of people do have jobs and they don't get celebrated. So it's
That's
nice to
true.
be able to do that
It's true.
for them. Yeah.
I just find reasons to celebrate myself. I'll tell you, the girls will tell you here that I love to find reasons for us to celebrate. we do everything we can to celebrate things. I
Good.
love a good time.
Yeah. I like that too.
We tend to we take the staff out for every occasion we can think of. Like this week we just needed an occasion, and we had a restaurant in town opening. It was their first day. Of course, we love to support local because we're big about doing that. And we tried to go, but they had the line all the way out the parking lot, and I had a live show that afternoon, so we couldn't go.
Oh, yeah.
But anytime we can find an excuse, we just love it. And I'm lucky because my staff loves each other.
That is good.
So we always try to celebrate something, but I think you should always do that. Celebrate.
Well, now you might like this, Miss Maymay.
Mhm.
Once upon a time, for a number of years, I used to have National Mary Gun Fun Day.
What was that?
Well, it became a fundraiser. And so it would just be a time where I would have a theme and we'd get together and we'd have a card party and do things and raise money for a charity. It was fun.
Did you do it on YouTube or at home?
We did live, and then I think it was on Ustream back then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we would do things there. So
That's amazing.
yeah, National Mary Gun Fun Day. I always thought I'd write it up for Wikipedia, but I never have.
You should.
You need sources for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe I still have. I could get some people that were there. I know. I do. I have a paper article, a newspaper article
There you go.
that I wrote.
That
There's
counts.
your source. You are a credible source.
I was also a columnist in that newspaper. Of course, they just wanted filler, but I was a columnist for that newspaper about scrapbooking.
Oh,
Yes.
that's neat.
Yeah. So in my LinkedIn, I have written down I was a newspaper columnist. Isn't that crazy?
I need to get our newspaper to do that kind of column.
Well, I did yeah. They'll
Even
take
if we
it
did an
because
art
of
column.
yeah.
I don't think they do.
This is a woe stamp that's really old from Close to My Heart that Sue Masoner gave me. And it's old. It's ancient. But it sure has a cute little woe, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. I think he's cute. How are you doing on your... Oh, looky there.
I got it built. We're fixing to start doing some decor.
Decor.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Now, for our northern friends, could you translate?
We're gonna decorate it.
Okay.
We gon' For your northern friends, we're gonna zhuzh it up a bit. So I've got it built, and I've just done some photo flappies here, and then down
Oh,
here.
cute. Very cool.
And then I think I'll do some cutesies. I want to do some cutesies. Okay. So let's
Bring
go
it.
to the paper. Go to the paper pack. What are we doing? We're celebrating and we're doing Apple Farm. I feel like I got Apple Farm covered in this paper pack automatically. We're
I think
preserving
so.
memories, and I need a dog.
Come here, Fat. Or what's your dog's names?
I try to do it by age. So I have Carly, Darcy, Presley, and Bean.
Oh,
Carly, Darcy, and Presley are the weenie dogs. And Bean is our bird dog.
how did you decide to get dachshunds?
I don't remember. I just love them. I don't know why
do.
or what made me do it, but I just love them. And I mentioned it to Vince. I said something to him about wanting one, and I talked about it a lot. And he ended up
Whoopsie.
finding a
You'll
lady.
be back in just a second.
Oh,
Well, we still can't hear you, but we will.
me? You can't hear
Yep,
me?
there we are. There you are. There you are.
That's so strange. I don't know what's happening with that. I apologize about that.
It's Eunice.
Okay, who's Eunice?
Eunice. Oh yeah, you wouldn't know Eunice either, would you? Eunice is the gremlin who causes all trouble on the internet that we discovered when we had Fun University, and we blamed everything. I have a picture of her. I'll get it.
That's hilarious. Eunice has been in my life this week. We've had a lot of audio issues, but I got them fixed. That's why it's so weird that it keeps cutting in and out.
It's not your mic. It's an internet connectivity thing.
Oh, okay.
There's Eunice.
Oh,
Doesn't she look like she's just like Miss No Fun?
yeah, she looks menacing.
She's the anti-craft.
Oh my goodness, Mary, that's what we called my mother.
That's what we called my mother too.
Are you serious? We called my mother
Totally
the
serious.
Anti-Craft. That's so
Oh, it's
funny.
my ear then. Okay. Yep, my mom hated crafts. She didn't hate
My
them. She
mother
just
couldn't
wouldn't
do
do
them.
And just
she
couldn't do them.
That's so funny.
And we called her the anti-craft.
I had never heard anybody say that except my sister-in-law did it. My mother couldn't. Anytime she crafted, she got injured every time. And so she literally said to her, "You know, you're the anti-craft." So funny.
That is funny.
So speaking of my weenie dogs, this stamp set that I'm going to use, this is it's called Trixie's Valentine, and my very first weenie dog that I was telling you about that Vince got me, he got her for me as a Valentine present. And so we did this little set for her. Now she passed away several years ago now, and but she was my very first one, Trixie. So I'm going to use this today.
Trixie. Good Trixie.
Lil Trix. That was her name, Trixie.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm going to decide if I'm going to do the big guy or the little guy. I think I'm going to do the little guy because I think it'll fit that fence better. The wings are little.
They are not. There's a miniature one across the street, a miniature long-haired.
Oh, we have short hair. They're miniatures, but ours are short haired.
Mm-hmm.
My son wanted a long hair, but I don't want to deal with the hair. I like the short hair. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some coloring.
He looks a lot like a squirrel. But, and the dogs don't. They hear him barking because when they go for a walk, it's just... and they go off. Like, we want to go get that squirrel. That barking squirrel.
And we're getting a question about where your paper's from, Maymay.
This one, this is, what is this, Echo Park?
I think
This Echo Park, let me say this. We carried this in our store. This is an older pack, so we don't have it right now. I think we do have a farm paper, though. But yeah, it's just an Echo Park pack. It's called, what was it? Where'd it go? Fun on the Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love dogs. I think they speak me. I think they speak my language. Like Bean
Yeah.
will just look at me and I'm just like, you know what I'm thinking, don't you? Yeah, you know.
You're thinking what I'm thinking. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We should have
Yeah.
a cookie.
It usually revolves around food, which is usually what I'm thinking too. So there we go.
My dog always smells my breath, and I was telling him today, no, I didn't cheat. I didn't eat something that you didn't get to eat. He felt better.
We have
Back to
a
my
young
dogs.
girl at our church that started making dog treats, all natural dog treats. And I love getting them for the girls, but they just eat them in like a millisecond. And so we go
Right,
through them a lot.
right. I always kind of hope that dogs have taste buds in their stomach because it doesn't stay in their mouth long enough to enjoy it.
Not at all.
I, I don't have any scientific background for that. I think someday maybe they'll figure it out and I'll feel better. So, what do you have coming up in 2024? Anything exciting?
We're challenging ourselves to do some new stuff. We're working on
Okay.
what's called Maymay's Made It Club, and this is going to be like a monthly club with hangout and crafting. We'll There'll be a project every month at the beginning of the month, and then in the middle of the month we'll do a club hangout together, and
Mm-hmm.
then at the end of the month we're going to do a challenge that we're going to call a make and mail, where I'll make a project that I will mail to somebody, more than likely one of the made it's, and
Right.
then I'll encourage them to do that project and mail to someone as well. So that
Oh,
is
kind of a
it's going to be Made It
chain.
Club, and it's coming. I'm just doing some. We're trying to do some tweaking on the web and get the website ready.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I've got 2 online events this year and 2 in-person events this year. We're really
Ooh, that's
we
very
got a
busy.
lot going on in 2024.
You sure do. You
Yeah,
sure do. I'm a little tired just thinking about it.
it's a lot. And I told Shannon, we were talking, for those who don't know, Shannon is my assistant and my right hand, literally my right hand. But I was telling her, I was like, it feels like we're midway through January, and we were literally 4 days in at that time. And she's like, it feels
Right.
like we have lived a January. It's true.
Because you've done so much already. And you
Yeah,
have so
it just
many
feels like
plans
it. And
moving.
so much is
Mm-hmm.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
I hear you. Oops. I just found a little bone. I think I'll cut some little bones.
time for fussy cutting. I like to fussy cut. Some people
I
don't.
do too. I think it's just fine. Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't me either. For most of my stamping life, that's what you did. I just
Exactly.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
used to it.
Right. Right. This was all. This was it. Besides those six big red things that you did this with, and the dies
Yes.
were like 2 feet thick and all that.
And I couldn't afford them. I couldn't afford those back
No,
then.
no, you always had to just get one. And then it
I
was
was
like,
always, yeah, I always
gotta
was
save
jealous of
up.
those that had them. It was funny one time. I don't know if you know Lindsay Wyatt, the frugal crafter, but
Hmm.
one time she and I were talking. It was so funny. And she might have posted this or in one of our chat groups or something. Anyway, she said, "What did we do before some tool? I can't remember what it was." And I laughed and I said, "I know you'll remember this too. I think they're even bringing them back. Do you remember the circle cutters?"
Uh-huh.
That you used to
Caluso
put
or
down
something
in
like that.
the Caluzel, or is that what it was called? The
It's
Caluzel?
something like that. Caluso, Colezel.
Yeah, I said, that's what we used to do. We used to have that fancy tool. That's how we cut
Oh,
circles back then. But
it's
it's
true.
fun
And
to think
we
back.
loved it. And it had the swivel blade on the little,
It was so
yeah,
modern.
it was so modern.
It was so before its time. You know what I'm saying?
We were
But
thankful. We didn't know any different. That was before punches and everything.
that's what I'm saying. We were
Yeah.
so thrilled. And I love to think back to the tools that we used back in the day, because I mean, the stuff was so modern. It was so funny. There was also the grommet tool. I used to love this tool. It was
Mm-hmm.
the one that fit in your hand, kind of went
Mm-hmm.
across your hand, and you could set grommets with it, and it was a hole punch that you spun. Do you remember that thing? Maybe not. I'm probably not
I had
describing it well.
a soft setter, grommet
Yes,
setter.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it
Actually,
was.
I still have it.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, I'm jealous. I loved that thing.
I do.
But I like to think back to the stuff we used to use and how we used to craft and get things done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like to think about it fondly, but I don't want to do
I
that.
don't want to return. Right.
No. I love to think about it, but I love my tools and all the things I have at my disposal now.
Yeah. Electricity and all those kind of things are
All
all
of those
okay
kinds
with
of,
me.
because we were running everything on a bicycle back then. You remember we had to ride that bicycle to get power? Do you remember how it was?
Get that squirrel in there. Oh, I got a
And
new
we,
squirrel. Good. I can craft all weekend. I just got black on here.
and we did everything uphill too. Everything was harder because we had to do it uphill.
And black and white. We didn't have any colors. Actually, we didn't have very many colors. Think about that.
We didn't have very many coloring utensils, that's for sure. Like, yeah.
I had my watercolor pencils were like my big first fancy coloring watercolor pencils. I loved them, and I still have them. I like
I've
them.
never been a very big colorist, so I probably was a color pencil girl.
Mm-hmm.
I've always, matter of fact, Shannon and I were making cards this week. We were making some samples, and I said, she grabbed the color pencils, and I said, you just can't go wrong with a color pencil. She said,
Yeah.
nope. She said, I've always kept a set of color pencils, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what. So,
Right. Well, I like colored pencils to do the details on Copics or alcohol markers
yep.
because the point on an alcohol marker is not big. I mean, it is big, and then a colored pencil is very small. So you can
Mhm.
get into the details so much easier. So much that I think I'll do it. Yeah, the good old days. Were they really good? Maybe.
That's funny. My grandmother used to say, because she'd hear somebody say, oh, the good old days. And she'll go, the good old days. She's like, if it's hot in my house, I just walk to the wall and hit that little button. She's like, these are the good old days.
I'm with her.
Okay. Now, if I didn't lose a ruler every time, I wish my ruler was on a chain around my neck. That's what I wish.
Oh.
I lose it
Well, that
all
sounds
the
like
time.
a project or a nice product that you can
A
come up
nice
with.
product. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's got to help me remember 5 3/4 by 3 1/2, because I'm not going to write it down.
Ugh. No. Well, that's what the Maydits are for, right?
That's what they're
To
for.
remember
If I say,
yeah.
that's it. 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. Remember that number. How are the Maydits? Are they hanging in there?
Well, let's see. How are you Maydits doing?
And what do we call your community?
Well, a number of things. We have crafters and craftettes.
The crafters and the craftettes.
Yeah. Let's see. They're
How many
doing well.
submitted too?
Tina says, yes, we are.
There's a
We're
handful.
here. Penny Schrock. We are here. Martha Helbig.
Yeah.
Chatterbox. Yeah, Chatterbox. We call you Chatterbox. That's right, Susan. As long as we call you to the show, we're good, right?
And Maymay, would you recommend subscribing to our channel?
Oh my goodness, would I recommend it? I've done it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yes, I would definitely recommend. I'm telling you, I love just being able to have some. Okay, I don't mean for this to sound any way, except very, very many of our viewers, yours and mine, I'm sure, are homebound or like me, and they just don't have, their kids have lives and they're doing their own thing. And I love that you guys give us something to do on Friday night from our house. We don't have to worry about germs because of all the stuff that's going around. We don't have to worry about what we look like. We can do this in our PJs. It's so nice to go, oh, it's Friday night. Craft Roulette's on, right?
Yeah. Order the pizza. It's time for Craft Roulette. Yeah.
That's it. I want to know what everybody in the chatterbox right now says. Their Friday night, what's it like? They know they're going to watch Craft Roulette. What are they doing? Are they getting their pizza ready? do they make sure their pajamas are ready? What's their prep for watching? That's what I want to know.
Well, we always wear stretchy pants, don't we, Cindy
Yeah.
Elkins? Yes, we always wear stretchy pants because apparently it's a little known scientific fact that our imagination and creativity gland is around our waist. And so we always wear stretchy pants not to hamper that creativity. And so if you do see somebody with a rather bigger waist than other people, it may be because they have more creativity and glands that are a little bigger.
That explains so much for me. That's
Thank
all it
you.
is my creativity glands.
It's just your creativity glands. Absolutely. Well, Jay's got his PJs on. Karen's got wine. We do have groups that watch. I think group watching and watch parties is a fun thing.
That is cool. Do they have a certain way they do that, or they just all chat like on their phones while they're doing it, or do you know how
Some
they're doing
people
it?
actually get together. And other people will have speakerphones going and when they're not together and just watch it. We have families that watch and contribute, all of them. It's very, very cool.
See, look what you're doing for the craft world. Look what you're doing for our waistlines, Mary.
Yeah. And hopefully, I'm hoping that we will have more like the independent stamp shops and things that will have a watch party on Friday night.
Oh,
Order
that's
pizza.
so smart.
Have a watch party. Watch Craft Roulette. Make your card.
I did want to ask you this. Have you got any first-time crafters coming on this year that haven't done this before? You have a lot of them coming on?
Well, I don't book ahead too far, but we have a really cute little lady from Belgium coming on, Katharina Tarda. And she does a lot of little things like you make. She's just
that's
adorable.
cool.
Yeah, she will be a first time. She's later this month. Yeah,
How far do you book out?
Couple months, 2 or
That's
3
good, that's
months,
good.
and then there's usually a few that have booked that I know are going to come back, and I already know their dates. But generally, I like to find people, and that's kind of fun too.
We just got a first-time contributor from Sweden.
Oh, we have a
thank you
lovely.
so much.
We have
You
some
guys are going to
great
help us
Swedish.
reach that goal, and I'm going to be so proud of you. That's bragging rights. I don't need anything else. We'll just have bragging rights for it.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it is not. I already got 1,000 gold stars tonight, and I didn't even do anything. That was awesome.
I was feeling generous, wasn't I? First
You
of the
were.
year. Thought my budget, I had all that star budget for the whole year. I may have used
Look
it
at
all in once.
And saved it up for me.
Yeah. Well, you're worth it.
How's your project coming? That's cute.
Thanks.
That is cute.
I think he turned out kind of good.
Lisa Clark says she Skypes with her sister across state lines to watch the show.
That's so brilliant.
Yeah, it's nice. It is
We need
really
to
nice.
do that. Timothy, remind me, we could do a watch party. Like, I couldn't do it every Friday night, obviously. I mean, not necessarily, but we could do watch parties. That would be super fun to just hook up a few of those.
I think it would be. It's because remember when we used to do Friday night crops at stores?
Yep.
Yep.
We had a store here that did them, and I didn't get to go. Back then, I was raising my kids, and I was working, and I didn't get to do all that like I wanted to. And then they closed down, and I was so sad because I loved their little store.
Do you have things in your store that are similar to theirs?
We
Were
have
you
what we
inspired by
call-
them?
We have what we call craft club, and it's just I just have a space in my store where people can come in and craft. We
Uh-huh.
don't do as much in-house here. Our store doesn't get as much foot traffic. I think, most of my community is online. So we just do most everything online. But we had talked about we wanted to start doing like some Saturday morning workshops. Just some quick how to do this, how to do that kind of workshops. And I would love that. And now, like I said, I have a little more time on my hands than I used to. And I would love to do that. So that may be coming as time permits, but we just do
There's
so
only so
much
much.
online. Yeah.
Right. Right. What was I going to ask you?
People are asking about the dimensions for your folio.
All right, I will give them to you in a second. They're super easy. I wonder if Tamitha's already got them in the chat. If she's already got them,
She probably does. She's
yeah,
quite
she
the girl.
probably does. Let me tell you something. I'd tell you that Shannon is my right hand, and she is. Well, Tamitha's my left hand, and is amazing. You just can't know. You can't. I think how blessed I am to have these people that work. Now, Tamitha never stops working, and that even when I tell her to, she doesn't. Doesn't matter. That's just Tamitha. But I say it every time. We're only as good as our team, and our team is my team is amazing. You guys are a good team, the two of you, and then I am so blessed to have my folks.
Yeah, you've hit stride with those people.
Oh, they're
and
they're
makes
just
a
amazing.
huge difference in life, doesn't it?
Yep. We miss each other when we're like when we go on
Aw.
vacation or when we're closed. We miss each other. Like, I cannot believe how blessed we are to have what we have with our staff, and even the people who don't work here anymore. They still come back and hang out and stuff. Like they've moved on or whatever. Now some of them are my kids and they have to hang out with me, but we still get to see each other, and it's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see Wendy Cranford, who's coming on next week in the chat.
Cool. Hi, Wendy.
So I think we've got the weirdness out for the year with this one. So next week should be easy peasy.
Hey, we've worked all the kinks out for you guys for the whole year. I see another one submitted.
So.
I looked up just to see it. I love that little graphic that shows that thing that their cards have been submitted.
It's called
Here's
a
another
toast.
first timer.
Wow, that's exciting. Welcome,
in the
Sharon.
web UI world, those are called toasts because they pop
Oh,
out.
are they?
Yeah.
Well, I learn something new every time I'm on this show. Every time. I've learned a lot of new things tonight. You taught me a lot of stuff even before the show went live. Nothing bad, you guys. Nothing bad.
No.
You taught me what was it called? A spanner card. You taught me that.
Spanner?
I did not know what that was.
The name of that close to my heart said.
The one with woe?
I think so.
It was called From Me to You Stamp of the Month. It was S1908, and I promise you it's got to be at least 5 years old.
Who was it? Who'd you say it was by?
It was a close to my heart stamp, and it was
Probably
a stamp of the month.
discontinued, you imagine?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
It is. I'm pretty darn
Did,
sure.
Did Tamitha have those dimensions, or do I need to? I can put them somewhere after the show where people can get them if they'd like.
That'd probably be best in your Facebook group or something.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll put them in. We can probably do an email. We can probably send out an email to everybody and let them know. All
Maybe
right.
with the challenge to try and beat our.
Yes, we can add it to the challenge.
Double dip. I like it.
Somebody's a good marketer. You know what I'm saying? He thinks about stuff that we just get busy.
Yeah. Yeah. We just having fun.
Yep.
This is not. That is work. This is fun. So, what are you thinking, Chatterbox? Are you excited about these? Are these parameters starting to congeal or curdle? Do you like them? They can be done. It can be done. We are going to tell you how to play here in just a little bit, but already people are playing away. It's very cool.
I don't use that. I don't want to use that. Do you talk to yourself when you craft? Because I do.
Oh, gosh, yes.
You know something I thought of today? I would love to hear what your Chatterbox says about this.
Okay.
So, ever since I was young, anytime let's say I was cooking,
Mm-hmm.
I would do a show. I would do I would be like Martha Stewart in my kitchen. I would be talking about it. And so obviously that's where this came from. I wondered today if any of our community have ever tried filming a tutorial like we do. I just wonder if they've ever tried it to see what it feels like.
Oh. Well,
That'd be
we have the process video option for people to do a process video on their craft roulette card. And we
You
have
got.
gotten quite a few people that have jumped into the YouTube thing. It's cool
Oh,
because they know what to talk about, their card. And
that is
so
neat.
yeah, so there's been quite a few that have jumped right in, and it's very fun to see.
We've even had one that's gone all the way to being a guest on the show.
Yep.
That's so awesome.
Two.
Yeah.
Sire and Vicky.
I love the name Sire. That's so pretty. All right. You know what I'm
Did
going
you
to
see
say?
how
here?
it's spelled?
Yeah, it's SEYR. SEYR?
SEJR.
J.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
It's pretty.
The first time I had to say it, Maymay, when he sent in his first card, oh, it wasn't pretty. It was like, I don't
can
know
imagine
how
what
to
you
say
said.
this guy's name. I
can
don't know what it
imagine
is. Siger?
Siger. That's
Siger?
exactly right. And I bet he gets that so much.
That's a
So
villain's
much.
name, Siger.
Cider. Would you like some preserved cider? Oh, so I used to do that too, though. Maybe what is this? Are we in like southern and northern parallel universes? Because I used to do that in the kitchen. I would always pretend I was doing a show as a kid.
Yeah. And I would say, we're going to add this, we're going to do that. And then this happened. And I've told Vince, I'm like, it's kind of funny because I really would pretend to be like those shows that I saw on television. And then here we're doing this. I just want to know if other people, I really was thinking today, I wonder how many people have gone, I'm going to try to film a tutorial and see what happens.
Well, here's the thing. You can always do it as an unlisted video and watch it and see if you like it.
And I'll tell you this, the first thing you'll say is, I hate my voice.
Hate it.
Everybody
Hate my
hates their
voice.
voice. Everybody hates
Yeah.
their voice. I don't even recognize mine anymore like I used to. Used to you hear your voice and you cringe. Now I'm just like, oh, there it is again.
Yeah. I don't, mine is so high, and I don't think of it as being high and I cackle. I used to have a sign up on one of the monitors with a witch that said, no cackling, because I cackle.
You just have to be yourself. I do. I tend to laugh and giggle at the end of things. I don't know. I watch myself, although Tamitha told me today, this is bad. Tamitha edits for me also. And she told me today that she's starting a blooper reel. And I've never kept bloopers before, but there's been some things lately that have happened in video that she's decided to keep a blooper reel. So this should be interesting.
I have some bloopers saved.
We have bloopers all the time because it's live.
Yeah.
True.
But I have some non-seen bloopers tucked away on a hard drive.
Shoot. Oh, dear. Well, I'll go through my card. Looks like you're winding down.
Yeah.
Let me get a little closer. There we go. Hey, I think we did it. We celebrate. I have, whoa, happy birthday. I used Apple Farm colors with an Apple Farm included, with the sky and the trees and the red and the apples. And he's got his little bandana on. I think he's so cute.
Yes,
Preserves. I threw in a couple little tiny jars of the reddest apple preserves I've ever seen. They must be candy apples. And I added a dog without any problem. So there, and I got some buffalo check in there for you, girl.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I got some a little bit in here, maybe.
Well, let's see what your amazing little project is.
I think I stretched it. So I think okay, so we're going to say it's a celebratory project because this can be a gift. That's what we're going to say. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It is clearly Apple Farm vibes, if you ask me. Now, I didn't put any fruits or veggies on here because whoever I give this to can put their own fruits and veggies. And we're also going to preserve memories. And that's what I love. And I'll tell you why I love that. My mother always said, make memories. That's what she always wanted to do. And when you said that tonight, it spoke to me. And I'm like, we're going to preserve memories. So I love that. So you can put photos in here and then they can add decor. And of course, we added Trixie to the front. We have a little dog.
Oh.
So I think we did it.
I think you did great. I think it's adorable. Trixie. Trixie makes it. I think so. I saw a really cute thing the other day that somebody used the cards from 2023. She put a little calendar on the front, and then she put a picture in the inside the card, like in here from that month, and then just did a little journaling. And then she put it in a box.
That's cute.
Yeah, it
Good
was
idea.
cute. I was quite impressed. I was very jealous. Well, relax a minute. You deserve it. You did great. I was a little worried when we were doing the discussion. You did not look like you were having a good time.
It wasn't that. I know this sounds crazy, but these parameters could go so many places.
I know. And we will see it.
Because the projects, yes, we will, because the project is Celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of aren't limited in any way, shape, or form.
No. I like open parameters personally.
I do too, but you have to think, because you're like, I could go here, I could go there, and I think what happened was when somebody mentioned the folio, I thought, well, that's fun. I love doing them, and they're easy to whip up,
Yeah. You're a master at them.
I didn't glue this page down.
I guess not.
I lifted it up and it fell out. Let's
What's
glue it down.
one rank below master?
One rank below master?
She might. Okay, she's a master.
Oh, now she's a master. I see.
She's a master.
Now I am, because I'm gluing it in. Look, we're good. We're good.
Well, you did great. That's adorable. The first project that I did on Craft Roulette was a folio.
What's
think.
it?
For episode 1.
Episode 1, I think it was.
I
How
just
about
love
that?
them. I love making them.
I like yours very much. Well, let's tell everybody else that hasn't already sent in a card how they can send in a card, and then you guys can get your camera fixed, and we'll be back in a few minutes to give away some stuff.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Well done. Yep. Isn't this fun? Aren't you going to want to make a card? I hope so. If we get 400, we need you. So send in your card using those 4 parameters in the way that you want. Again, please make it family friendly, and please make it handmade. Using those 4 parameters, there is a submission form on craftroulette.live. It's easy to do. Send in a picture. Take your best picture. Use your best cards and join us. We'd love to see what you come up with. The gallery goes live Monday at midnight. There's some great guests coming up. Have you subscribed to Craft Roulette? You're going to want to with that notification bell. We're going to see what Wendy Cranford's been up. We haven't seen her in a long time. Looking forward to her. There's Katharina Tarta. I was telling you about her from Belgium. She's adorable. Heather Telford from Canada, originally from Australia, will be here for Australia Day. Then we get to welcome back Gina Kay for our 200th episode. Pretty excited about that. And then our buddy Crafty Owl will be coming in February as well. Always join us. We have a good time, and we always leave a seat for you. There's the 201. I just got an email from the person I was talking to. You're asking about episode 201 is still in flux. So I know I got an email from the guest that I've been talking to. So we'll see. Maybe there will be a guest tomorrow. Maybe not. We always can never thank our patrons enough. We appreciate you guys because you are keeping us on the air. Quite frankly, we would not be here without your support. If you are in a low buy, no buy kind of mood at this 2024 juncture, why not consider doing a minimum contribution to some crafting creators on YouTube? There's a lot of people that have memberships. There's people that have Patreon accounts. Why not consider just helping them for a couple months while you're doing no buy, low buy, and you're watching the videos? It would be a great way to say thank you for their work. Just a thought. We always appreciate you guys helping us. And again, happy birthday, January patrons. Very fun. I'm working on your cards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel some confetti in the air. That means it's time to give away somebody else's stuff. Let's do it. If you sent in a card last week, your name is now on that. Well, it doesn't look big, but it is a great big round thing. Except it's not a round thing. That's just in my head. It's a program.
It's a very long list.
Let's just pretend it's a nice big round thing. But it is a long list, and your name is on it if you sent in a card last week. We always give away our first thing is a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. It goes all over the world. By the way, the U.S. stamps are going up again this month, so you might want to lay in. I asked the girls at the best post office in Kansas City, Martin City, if they're going to get a raise, and they say no. I always ask them. Congratulations, Marie Stewart. There will be a form you can fill out, claim a prize on the craftroulette.live after we give away all the stuff. And just send that information to me so I can get this stuff out to you. For a goodie bag. Our goodie bags are filled with good stuff from our friends who have sent stuff. You should see that corner. I cleaned it up. It's looking good. This needs to be in the U.S. Megan K. I can't remember if you're in the U.S. or not, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. How about a Maymay Made It gift certificate for $25? I just love giving away her stuff. Does this have to stay in the U.S., Maymay? I forgot to ask. Nope, it's international. Great. Great fun. I should make a note. I forgot to ask that one. Well, I don't recognize. Girl on Mac. Well, how fun for you. Make sure you contact me using that form so I can get this information to you. And I've got the other email address to send it to, Maymay. I got it set up this time. Or this calls for confetti, which is a $25 gift certificate and does need to stay in the U.S. We don't know if you're usually we don't know if you're in the U.S., so we don't respin or anything. But Sandy Minotti, you have been around for quite a while. That's exciting. I'm glad for you. And then one more for a mega goodie bag. It's a big honking thing. Let's see who's going to get them. And it's got to stay in the U.S. It's heavy. Yeah. It has a lot of creative gland in it. A lot of muscle. Heavy. Who's going to get it? It's got good stuff in it. Julie, we don't know who you are, Julie, but we're excited that you won. Please use the claim a prize form on craftroulette.live. Send it to me before Sunday night, if you could, because I like to work on these Monday. So that would be excellent. I'd appreciate it. And congratulations all. We appreciate you being a part of our show. Shall we bring Miss Maymay back in so she can say good night? All right. We did it again.
We did. It was so fun. I'm honored you asked me on the first show of the year. It was very exciting.
Well, we thought, who brings a party like Maymay? Nobody.
Because nobody likes to party like Maymay. That's the thing.
Nobody parties like Maymay. So.
Honestly, the Maymay party ends at 8:30 p.m. So we're doing great. Because this girl's bedtime is coming up real soon.
I remember the kids going, it's okay that Mom and Dad are having Beth and Jerry over. They're all old. They go to bed early. We can stay up late. We'll be fine.
Brats. I have to tell you, Amanda told me this. Amanda Stevens, she said, we're all going to Creativation. We're talking about where we're going to stay and stuff. And she said, you can stay in the hotel we're staying in. I was like, that's a good idea. She said, yeah, because we're going to party. And she's like, and when I say party, I mean be in bed by 9 p.m. I said, that's my people. That's my people.
Now remember, she's West Coast.
That's true. Gosh, she'll be. What is that? Is she all the way? She is, isn't she? She's 3 hours behind us. 2 hours behind
from us. So 3 for you.
So 9 o'clock for her is. It's what 9, 10, 11 for us.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
something like that.
I don't know.
More
9 p.m. Central Time, I'll be in bed.
As long as she doesn't do any hammering of brads or anything, or eyelets, you'll be okay. Yeah, no, that's funny. That's fun. I'm glad you're going to get to do that. That'll be great.
Yeah,
because last year you didn't know each other. Now look at you.
We met last year at Creativation, and it's hard to believe it's been a year, but we're so excited. Shannon and I were talking about how we're excited about who we'll get to see this time and who we'll meet. And it was all because of that we got to do this. I remember she was talking about Craft Roulette, and I was like, tell me about this thing. What is this thing? And it was so neat. And
it
I
was
feel
Linda
like
Gorman, one of our
It was Linda
Yeah,
originally.
Linda
That's true. It was
Gorman.
Linda,
Mhm.
and then she hooked us up, and it was really, really great. But it was there were so many people we were meeting, but it's been neat because it's extended our family out so much. You know, it's extended us to you guys, and I love our community.
I do too. I do too. I can't even imagine my life without a Maymay.
I
It would
feel
be
the
a
same
sadder
way.
life.
I feel the same way. I love how it's extended us. You guys, I don't guess you're coming out that way
I'm not
for
this
that
time. No.
that event
Yeah.
because I would like to meet you in person one day. We'll meet in person
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, we did it. We have another show in the wrap, in the can, in the something, and in the paper stash. And so it is time to kiss our brains goodnight. Get ready for a weekend of crafting. Get those cards in. Let us know if you have any questions. Join us over on Facebook. Subscribe. Make sure you follow Maymay. She's got videos all the time and going live all the time, and she's always a party. So
She's always
Maymay,
around somewhere.
all the best to you in 2024. Same with you guys, Mr. Producer. All the best to you in 2024. We will see you soon, and we love y'all. Nighty night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.